Okay. Okay, let's see how this does. Um, I did some upgrading on my computer. It was a cheap desktop that somebody gave me, and it was running on 2 gigs of RAM, and actually it had 3 gigs of RAM available in it that was supposed to be used, but only 2 gigs were actually working, and I ordered another gig of RAM to go with that to bring it up to 4, and got both the one card that was already there not working, and played with it and got it to where it was working. It was just, it wasn't all the way in. And I put the second card in that I had bought, and it seems to be working. So I've got all 4 gigs running now. It's running a little slow on the processor, so it'll probably have a little latency in the video. Pardon my voice, and if I cough, I'm sorry. I've had a cold for the last week and a half, 2 weeks, and it is killing me. But I can't just sit around and do nothing, so. But anyway, should have brought me a drink out. But the also on the computer, it was only set up with a Ethernet cable, and the best I was getting on it usually was like with doing a live stream like this, I might get roughly, I don't know, I think the best I seen was like 10 or 12 megabytes per second data transfer speed. And I have put in a Wi-Fi card to see how that did, and it has sped everything up dramatically to where, like right now, my link speed is 5 megabytes per second, but over the Ethernet cable, even though it was a brand new one, I might get 1 or 2 megabytes per second transfer speed. And right now I'm sitting at 52 megabytes per second available and capable of being used. So it does move a lot faster. I do a little bit of gaming occasionally, but I'm not heavy into it because you gotta sit in a spot for a while, and with my back, because I got 4 screws in a steel plate in it, it doesn't like it. So I'm doing the best I can with that. But with the Wi-Fi speed up and the RAM added to it, it has helped. And then another thing I did was I upgraded and got a video card for it, and that has made a heck of a difference, having a video card, because the video card, it'll have its own built-in processing unit, if you want to call it that. CPU, some people call it. I've heard all sorts of names for it and terms for it. But what it does is it takes some of the processing load off the CPU unit for the computer, and it handles that itself for the video part of it. So it will reduce the load on the CPU and allow it to operate that much faster and do stuff like this. And I'm actually kind of doing all this on one computer. I need to get my laptop down here and get it set up. But I want to start uploading more videos. I've had a few here and there. I'm actually going to be going into an apartment here. I might do that today and go ahead and upload it. My boss was actually wanting to buy the building that I've got to go into, and he wound up getting to buy it like he wanted, from what I understand, what he was telling me. But anyway, from what I understand, a friend of his wound up buying it, and one of the tenants that was living in there, she had I'm not sure what was going on exactly, but she wound up having to move. And I just went in a couple of nights ago and did a quick walkthrough and took a lot of pictures because there was some damage in there, and it needs a lot of repairs. Somebody's been breaking into the apartment while she was still in possession of it, supposedly. They're breaking in and doing stuff, but it's entirely possible, and I've just got to go over there and check it out. I'm go buy a set of door locks. I'll probably go ahead and get a lock hasp and put that on there so that people can't just supposedly, from what I understand, when you buy a doorknob set from Home Depot or anywhere else, it's set up for a master key. We don't want that, because we don't have the master key, and people can obtain that master key illegally, and they're not supposed to have it, and they do, and then they go and just walk up to your door, stick the key in, and unlock your door. And when that happens, what can you do? So what I do is I follow my dad's lead, because he has a mobile home park. He has actually taken out, when he changed the doorknobs of each mobile home, which he does every time somebody moves out, he changes the locks and puts another set on there, and takes the set he took off and takes it down and has it rekeyed, and at the same time he has them remove the master key set, so people can't just walk up and do that anymore. And he went ahead and had it set up where it does have a master key, but it is a master key that only he has. And when I was working for him, I didn't even have access to the master key. If I needed to get in the apartment, I would have to go get the key to, or into the mobile home, I would go get the key to the mobile home from him. And generally, the rule of thumb for me was, unless it was an absolute emergency, I didn't go in there unless the tenant was home. And if I did have to go in there, whether they were home or not, I would actually record the whole thing for my safety. So they couldn't come back and say, oh, well, he went in my home and he took such and such item. And what I could do then was, if they said I had taken something when I went in there, I'd pull out the video and say, well, here's the video of me going in your trailer while you were gone, and you can clearly see when I walked in that there was nothing there. That what you say was there wasn't there, you know, and it just covers my ass, because I don't need that kind of trouble. And thankfully nothing ever happened, you know. But anyway, back on stream, he does that, and I'm tempted to go ahead and not just change the lock and have that master key tumbler removed, or pin removed, but go ahead and have it rekeyed where it has a master key pin, but it's one that I have chosen. That way there, I don't have to sit here and wait for a tenant to come home, or, you know, I don't have to carry a whole ring of keys on me just to get in one apartment. I don't have to do all this crazy stuff that people think we have to do. I've learned a lot over the years. A buddy of mine, he has properties, and he's had an issue with, he had one tenant, she's a trouble tenant, and we were over there to do some work in the apartment. I think we're replacing a window or something, but anyway, the tenant had left, but left her teenage daughter there. And my buddy's like, I don't like that. She did that to us. And that's when I pointed out to him, look, that's why normally if I'm going to an apartment by myself, I try to, with a tenant there or whatever, I like to wear a GoPro or something just to cover my ass. That way there the teenage daughter can't say, oh well, he tried to touch me or something like that. It just, people don't understand how easy it is to get somebody in trouble if they aren't careful. And sadly, there are people out there that will feel they should do stuff like that. Okay. Sorry about that. My stream lost for a second. Our internet isn't the best here. I may have to switch which internet carrier or Wi-Fi channel I'm connected to. But anyway, really. Anyway, sorry about that. Like I said, I'm having issues with my internet carrier. We quite often lose our connection. We'll be connected to the Wi-Fi, but not the internet. And I'm just looking, my computer popped up saying that there's been some frames dropped, and that's because of my internet. This internet stuff is going to drive me insane here. Anyway, I'm trying to adjust my stuff on my screen so I can keep track of what all's going on with my computer. And it's a pain in the butt. There we go, back on. Well, be dang, my phone says I'm still offline. So something is going on. Let me get out of that and restart. Okay, there we go. I hate when this happens. I want to get a new webcam because this one here does funny stuff. It's like it doesn't like my computer or something, because what you see in this little box is all it will put out. I'm wanting to see if I can't change that. And it's locked in, I think. 1280 by 720, yeah, it's locked in while I'm doing the live feed, so I'm just kind of stuck out for now. Anyway, I'm not too unhappy with my computer now, since it's doing a lot better. I lost track of what I was saying, so oh well. I do want to get the public in general started on one of my jobs. Okay, my phone just. What the heck is going on? Okay, it's back now. Good. I'm not sure what's going on here with this, but I'm going to have to change my internet connection, I think. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm going to have to go to a different, yeah, I'm going to go to my, a different channel to see. I've got multiple Wi-Fi connections available, and one of them is like 2.4 megahertz range, and then you have one that's like in the 5 megahertz range, and they're both coming from my Wi-Fi modem. But the funny thing is, the 2.4 megahertz one, I'm getting full signal strength, but the 5, I'm only getting like 2 bars out of 5, or is it 6? But anyway, then I also have my Xfinity Wi-Fi account, because we use Comcast for our internet, and the Xfinity is getting not all bars, but sometimes it's better than the others, than my regulars. But I'm going to be ending this live feed here pretty quick, and I just want to say hey everybody and say what was going on. I might actually need to go over to one of the jobs I've been doing, and I was supposed to finish it up earlier this week before Election Day, and I didn't get to, which kind of sucks. And part of it is because of the Election Tuesday, I was working the polling location. A lot of people don't know that it's not just a volunteer thing. You actually are signing up, but it's like you're also applying for the job, because you do get compensation. And they have various positions. You have a student's position, and you get paid for that even. But that's usually somebody that's still in school. And you also have what's called a clerk's position, and depending on the size, anyway, depending on the size of your class or your polling location, depends on how many clerks you'll have. My polling location, we had a student, 3 clerks, what they call a judge, which I don't understand why you would have to have a judge there, but it doesn't, it's stupidity the way they figure this. And there's just positions where I'm at. Then you have, still at the same polling location, you have what's called an inspector, which is what I wound up being. My pay is a little bit higher because there's a little bit more stuff I have to do. And one of the things I do is I go pick up the supplies. they deliver the ballots the night before in a locked and secured cart, and all the, there it goes again. Okay, it's back. But there's two carts, kind of like suitcases, they call them trolleys, that I have to pick up the night before, or the day before, at the registrar of voters warehouse. And inside that is one box of blank ballots that's sealed, so that if the polling location, whoever's supposed to open it or unlock it and let us in at 6 a.m. doesn't do that, we still have a way for people to vote when the polls open at 7. And that box stays sealed the entire day. And it also has various supplies that we would have to have. And then at the end of the day, we have all the stuff that we put in those trolleys that they have and take back there. And we take the one of them and we put all the ballots in it that have been scanned. And what we do is we take the scanned ones out of the scanner, because we don't have the computerized voting yet here. And we take all the sheets and we put them in the boxes that are made for that. And then we have to seal the boxes, and we sign off. Each person signs off that they witnessed them being put in there without being tampered with. And then if something happens and we have to have, like the scanner goes down because power went out or something, we take the ones that weren't scanned but were voted on, and we have a separate small trolley where we put them. And we take those and we put them in at the end of the day in one of the small zippered bags. And we'll take that and put that in with the scanned ones, but they're kept separated from each other. That way they know, okay, these weren't scanned because of whatever. I don't know what was going on. I know it cut out again for a second. Anyway, they know, well, these weren't scanned with the others for whatever reason, so we have to have these separate, and we count these. And it makes things a little more of a pain, but I have to return all those two trolleys that I picked up. I have to return those with the scanned and all that, and various other things that have to be. This thing's gonna drive me nuts. Anyway, I have to take all that stuff to our drop-off location, but I can't do that by myself. I have to take one volunteer to ride with me. And it's funny, I get paid for taking it there, but then whoever rides with me, they also get paid for riding with me. And I think I get paid $5 and they get paid $5 for doing this. But like a simple clerk, they get paid like $105 or $115, I don't know what it was. But the position I was in, I get paid like an extra $20 or $30 for one day. So I'm getting around 130, 135, 40, something like that, bucks for one day's work. And it's actually kind of cool, because like this election was perfect because I really needed the extra money for the holidays. And what do I get? A little extra money. It's kind of fun too. You get to meet all kinds of people. But then you have stupid people like, I don't know who put the stuff together, but we have what's called, they're stickers that say I voted. And we have them in multiple languages. And for whatever reason, whoever set our box up gave us less than 100 stickers. They gave us like 30 or 40 stickers. and that was it for a whole day. And of course, we ran out in the first hour. uh, we had one of the guys come back, and he has some of the supplies. So he went ahead and he gave us a bunch of the stickers he had. And he gave us like, I don't know, 20 sheets of stickers that said it in English, said I voted in English. But then he had the other stickers they gave us before that were in Spanish, Chinese. There was like 4 or 5 languages there altogether that they gave us. And we wound up running out of English again. So we were giving out the Spanish because people were like, cool, Spanish, I can deal with that. And the funny thing is, the other languages that they gave us, our location is black, whites, and Mexicans. There's like, I think, out of the several hundred people that came to our polling place to vote, only a couple of them spoke Chinese or whatever. And it was like, interesting, because they gave us all this other that we really didn't need. So we had to deal with that. But we had one lady, when she found out that she hadn't voted yet, she was in line in the door waiting to come in to vote. She's like, you don't have any English I voted stickers anymore? Well, I'll just have to vote Trump for that. And she was just joking. And I could not believe the lady behind her and how she reacted. She actually said, if you vote Trump, you will not walk out of here. And I'm like, I can't believe this woman just did this. Just threatened a lady for joking around about voting Trump. That was stupid. And it's like, okay, how do I handle this? Because she was bullying. I could have turned around and been an ass and called the police and said, hey, I need you to remove this voter from our polling location. She threatened another voter. If they voted Trump, they weren't going to get to walk off the property. But instead, I just looked at her and I said, you know, she's joking. She's like, I ain't joking. I don't care. And I just, okay, you know, I was watching her the rest of the time she was there to see what she did. She did anything she wasn't supposed to. And I couldn't just, you know, sit there right next to her and watch her. You know, I had to watch her across the room, make sure she wasn't, you know, trying to see who other people were voting for, or threatening them or anything. But, you know, it was stupidity. And I'll say this, I ain't gonna sit here and brag, you know, okay, well, I voted for so-and-so and I'm damn proud of it, but at the same time, I'm not gonna sit here and hide that while Hillary had some good points, but look at the stupid stuff she did. I mean, she divulged our, I think it was nuclear reaction time to the public. You know, what all wrongs did she do that she shouldn't have done? How much did she do that she shouldn't have done? And people don't care that she did all this stuff here that she shouldn't have done, and the links that have been proven to where she was involved with terrorism in America and all this. They didn't care about that. They cared that she was a female president and that Trump had supposedly, without proof, had sexually assaulted women. Okay? But the thing is, and that's what I looked at, and it bothered me that he did that, supposedly, but at the same time, I looked at it with the fact that, why did these women not file charges on him back when he supposedly did it years ago? Why did they wait until he was running for president, and they didn't even do it until it was clear that it was just him and Clinton running. And I'm looking at this, I'm saying, no, this sounds like it was politically motivated. They wanted Clinton to win, so they were trying to make Trump seem like a bad person. And because of that, I had to sit here and look, okay, who's better out of the two? Is Trump perfect? No. Is Clinton perfect? No. But in my opinion, I felt Trump was the better one to go to out of the two. And I know there were a couple other people that were running for president and that were in with that. But realistically, because they weren't too well known because of the media or whatever, I knew realistically there was no chance they were going to win. And I didn't, for me, I just did not want Clinton in the White House after the stuff she divulged. So I had to, freaking computer. Anyway, so I had to choose, do I want to vote for a lower person who's pretty much guaranteed that there's no way they're going to make it, and chances are if I do that, Clinton will win, or could I just go ahead and vote for Trump? And personally, I had to go ahead and vote for Trump. Several people that I know have ridiculed me, and several people are like, I don't blame you. And then I turn around, I see all these people out here rioting because Trump won. Well, hold it. Yeah, Trump was winning, but the election night wasn't over. The electorals hadn't been, or the college electorals hadn't been counted for California and a couple of other states on the West Coast. Okay, there was still the slight chance that Clinton could have come back and gotten it. But before it was over, I mean, our polls hadn't even been closed an hour here in California where I live. And what happens? Clinton concedes to Trump. Now, I had managed to get our polling location closed down and get home, and been home for less than a half hour. I was actually in the bath soaking to relieve the stress of the day when I find out Clinton conceded to Trump. I was like, wow, what a trip. And everybody's mad because Trump won. Well, yeah, he won. Okay. But now people are talking about leaving the country because of it. He's not my president. The rioting, stupid stuff. There's even been people trying to petition to get Trump impeached. He hasn't taken office. He hasn't done anything for the government to allow him to be impeached. So it's stupidity is the way I see it. Okay? It's just they're 100% pro-Clinton and they don't want to see nothing else. They don't want to see the wrong she has done. At the same time, they don't care. Because she should have been the first female president we ever had, is their opinion. Okay? They're the members, the people that they want to see the worst in somebody over somebody else's even worse, that they wanted better. Okay? What has America come to? You know, I'm sorry I'm just ranting on, but damn, America has gone downhill. Okay? Trump says he's going to make it better. Okay. Is he or isn't he? I don't know. Because I don't know what his real intentions are. But at the same time, I feel it's wise to give him that chance. Give him that chance. If he screws up, he screws up. That's when you take the actions to have him impeached. That's when you hold the protest. You don't go around protesting and damaging property just because you're mad because he got elected. And how about these dumbasses in college boo-hoo-hooing their eyes out? Come on, back up. You got these idiots in college trying to make something in their lives, but then because Clinton didn't get elected, or should I say conceded before the election was completely over, they're going to boo-hoo their eyes out and skip classes and affect their good grades to walk out and protest. Keep in that college class. Do good. I'm proud. I want you to do good. But at the same time, I don't like it that you're being stupid and cutting class so you can go protest over bullshit. And I'm sorry about my language, but damn, I'm saying it like it is. I'm tired of the assholes that do wrong shit and think their shit don't stink. Grow up, America. It's time for us to grow up and get our heads on straight. I don't know. It's just one of those things that I actually had to post on my Facebook account. I had to post a comment about that because I've had several people where I've commented in somebody's post about this stuff and they just ridiculed me. And I just finally I put a post out there and I says, look, I voted Trump. That's all there is to it. You don't like it, get the fuck off my timeline. Unfriend me, block me, I don't give a fuck. But it's just one of those things. I'm tired of it. So I don't like being an ass like this. I would rather be your best friend. But at the same time, you do stupid stuff like that. I don't have a problem being your friggin' worst enemy. It's just how I am. And honestly, I'd rather people be my friends. But I'm just sick and tired of the bullshit. And I'm not going to be the laziest person in the world to tell you about it. I will tell you about it up front. God. I don't know, I gotta end this because I gotta get going. But I'll see if I can't get another video posted here in a little bit instead of doing a live stream. But hopefully everything works out for y'all. And I'm wore out. This cold is really killing me. So, anyway, catch you on the flip side, y'all. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you didn't like the video, I'm sorry. You know, I don't like being an ass on video. I really don't like being an ass. But I'll catch y'all later. Have a good one. See if I can figure out how to close this out again.